All right, this time we're going to write an equation of a line that's perpendicular to another line, and we've got a random point over here that the line has to go through. Now, the trick to this problem is just to sift through the information and realize what you need to use and what you don't, because you don't need to use everything. Okay, now, if we go back to our normal way of writing equations, we're going to look at point-slope form. Y minus something equals m times x minus something. Now, do we know that location? Well, sure we do. Here's our x-coordinate and our y-coordinate. So it's got to go through that point. We know that has to be there. So I'm going to put a 4 right here and a -2 right there. Now, the only thing we don't know is the slope. Okay, can we figure it out? Well, we're given some clues. It has to be perpendicular to this reference line. Okay, now when I look at that reference line, I need to understand what I'm staring at. Okay, I've got an equation, but is there a number there that tells me the slope? And if so, which one is it? In this case, remember slope, intercept form, the value that's always attached to the x is my slope. So my slope is 1/2. Now I'm asked for something perpendicular to that, so I have to know the relationship. Perpendicular to 1/2 is -2/1, or -2. So I've just sort of logically worked my way through without any calculations that here's the slope of the reference line. Perpendicular would be that right there. Once I figure that out, this is meaningless. I don't use it anymore. That -9 has absolutely nothing to do with the equation I'm writing. It's just the location of the reference line. And all I needed was the angle or the slope of the reference line. So a lot of times people will try and take that -9 and make sure it's part of their answer, and that isn't necessarily correct. Okay, let's put this right over there and see what we get. Y minus 4 equals -2 times x plus 2. Notice that right there was subtracting a negative, so I made it addition. Now I distribute that in, and I get y minus 4 equals -2x minus 4. I add 4 over to the other side, and I get y equals -2x plus 0. Is it okay to have a plus 0? Yeah, it just means it goes through 0 as its y-intercept. There's my equation. Do you see a 9 anywhere in the answer? No. Okay, that 9 is completely arbitrary. It has no meaning to what you're trying to do. So the trick to this is to know, okay, I need a perpendicular slope. Which number shows me the slope? And ignore the other stuff. Don't try to incorporate it into your calculations.